Oh, good morning. I nearly didn't make it this morning. I'd looked at the weather forecast and it said, you're not going to get any cloud. Oh no. But I thought, sod it, I'll come down anyway. I've got to be up early. So I've come back down for the third visit to Wallasey sea defences. And we're just getting the two offshoots coming through the waves. I'm not making much sense because I haven't actually woken up yet. The sea is retiding. The tide is the tide is receding, so you can see the two bits that stick out to either side are just coming through. But I thought I would start with just a simple composition, which I'm shooting straight down. We have a kind of band of colour coming up here. Sunrise is over there. And I quite like that. It's really difficult to make a sensible composition because of the angle of these defences. They all come in at different angles, so you can't get a clean cut-off line. But I'm quite pleased with how that's worked out. All I've got on is a reverse grad. And I've got 10 seconds, f14, ISO 100, and that worked out quite nicely. So now I'm going to put the big lens on, and I'm going to go and try and get the curved bit just as it's coming into view. This should work well for minimal. There is a ship in the background, but I don't think it actually picked it up on the exposure. No, it didn't, which is quite good. Quite pleased with that. Very fast moving, this tide, so I'm having to work quicker than I would actually like. I've got the curve coming out, more and more of it is becoming visible. The horizon line is very faint because of the, I think it's called sea fret, and I've got the marker post at the end. Yeah, that works quite nicely as a mono. Quite happy with that. Not the shot I expected to get, but I'm quite happy with it. There's that band of colour, that is over here, is just starting to spread across here. Now these other sea defences, I need to go and shoot them. There's just enough water between them to separate them. They're quite, because of the shape of them, they're thinner at the top than they are at the bottom. With a tide like this, there's a nice amount of separation between them, so I'm going to have a go at shooting those. Once the level drops too low, they encroach on one another, so you don't get quite that same separation. I quite like that. And now that little band of colour's coming up, that's really good. It was worth coming down for. I am on a time limit today. I need to be somewhere at 8 o'clock, and it's an hour and a half's drive. So I've got to be very careful that I don't overstay my time. The curve with the buoy marker at the back end of it, oh God, I love that. This is working out really well. The conditions this morning, really murky out on the horizon. So the horizon line is very faint. There is actually a wind farm out there. You can't see it. You can barely see the boats that are coming in. So I'm not actually needing to use any filters, and I'm getting the minimal look that I want. Now, I'm just setting up. I've got my tripod all back to front. Check on live view to make sure it is actually level. I'm on 4 seconds. I've taken the grad filter off. I didn't need it at all up here. It's just on the verge of blowing out, so I'll just take that down to 2.5. Yeah, I like that. Because there is such little ambient light, I'm getting fair amount of movement or a milky effect on the water that I wanted anyway. Yeah, this was definitely worth getting up for. There is such a thick sea fret, for want of a better word, that really is blocking out the sunrise. The band of colour that was coming up over the docks is virtually gone. The blue sky's coming through. We're getting some clouds up here, or a solitary cloud which is thinking about lighting up. And there's more and more of this beautiful sweep coming through, but the water level is now dropped to the point where you're not getting the definition between the three curves, 4 curves even. It's a really fine balancing act. I think I've had the best of it, which is fine. I believe I've got the image that I'm happy with. That tide just changes so quickly. The image that I'm happiest with actually shows the beautiful greens of the algae and lovely separation between each curve. It's going to be a shame to send that mono because it's got the colour in it. I might just leave that. And I think that's all I can do here now. The tide has gone to the point where I'm losing the definition of those curves. There's too little water now on the individual sea defences. But yeah, I'm happy with that. So I've got one keeper now for my minimal mono and negative space project from 3 trips here. So I'm quite pleased with that. The second trip here, I love the images that I got anyway. They won't be in the project. This one will. This was what I was after. That really lack of definition, that real lack of definition where the horizon is. It means I'm going to have less post-processing to do, which is great. The less I have to do when I get the image on the computer, the better. So I can now go and have some breakfast and head off. I'll see you for the next one. Thanks for watching. I thought I'd tell you about this next image. It's from Randy Myers, one of the viewers, and I'm possibly going to murder this name. It's Cockle Lighthouse from Oregon. All these people sending photos in from far-flung places is giving me itchy feet to travel. Now, Randy, you say that not a lot of people seem to like it, which I find odd. There's some beautiful backlight going on. The colour and the shape and the clarity of the lighthouse are absolutely brilliant. I'm fascinated to know what it is in the foreground. It kind of looks like elephant tusks, but I very much doubt it's elephant tusks. I'm guessing driftwood, deadwood, whatever. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful image. And one that I guess you could go back and shoot in all sorts of weather conditions and get different results each time. So thanks for sending it in, Randy. That's lovely. I love the other 2 images you sent me as well, but that one really caught my eye. Enjoy, people.